Hello and welcome to another PlanetDestiny video. Today we'll be talking about the fire-based Delphi map in the Elimination Game Mode. If you're wondering why this doesn't sound scripted, because it's not. Hello, Imtashed. How are you?
Hey, I'm great. How are you? It seems like some people are kind of annoyed with it, which is, I don't know, a little baffling to me.
I can kind of see it. It's a far departure from what we're used to in terms of Trials of Osiris. We're used to usually fairly symmetrical maps, and this one isn't. People seem to turn into a symmetrical map by like fighting over the little horseshoe area in there, but
right, you know, you can come from the window, you can go underneath and jump up on the ledge. You know, there's a lot of ways that you can get from point A to point B without being seen. You know, you can go all the way around the outside. So I do like it that there's multiple entry points and you're not bottlenecked into only 3 entries like on something like Burning Shrine. You know, I think there's 1, 2, 3. There's probably like 5 to 6 different ways you can get into the building and, you know, to another area.
Definitely.
Which is cool.
I definitely like the movement options on this map thus far. If you were to give any tips to people on like how their team should move around the map, what would you say?
I would say don't jump in windows. The window is especially if the team does have control of the inside kind of I guess to call it B flag and horseshoe areas.
Yes.
You're going to have a very bad time trying to jump into that window. There's just so much time that you can't react back and shoot back that if they're, you know, hard scoping that doorway or sorry, that jump up, you're going to die. You're going to take too much damage, or you have to instantly jump back out and you're now, you know, pressured by the enemies that might be chasing you. So, you know, I'd really take corners slow. There's a lot of angles where snipers can look through doorways and you know, really hard scope.
There are a lot of head glitches, head glitch spots on this map.
Yeah,
it's deceiving because you're used to, you know, some low walls, debris that you can head glitch off of. Not necessarily here. It's just the physical map geometry itself that you're able to. All these ramps actually really lend themselves well to sniper gameplay, which is something that I was really surprised with overall.
Yeah, that's the thing is a lot of people complained that it was going to be a super up close and personal shotgun map, and there are definitely engagements that can happen. Yeah. But if you are a sniper, you can put yourself in positions where you have a lot of room to play around with and a lot of long hallways to put that to your advantage.
Yeah. One of the tips I definitely give is this is a map where you can easily fall into a repetitive strategy, and you really can't do that with any game. But this one especially, because flanking is very easy for your team, but that means it's also very easy for the other team. So if you keep going to that same spot, there's a lot of multiple sight lines on this map, and you're probably going to get wrecked if you keep, you know, going to this one same sniper area. What did you use going in for this one?
I use sniper constantly. So I had a nice little sniper out. I ended up using the Hawksaw pulse rifle. A lot of people are using Hawksaw, but there's kind of a joke that I have the best Suros DIS-47 in the world.
The scout rifle.
I have a crazy good roll on the scout rifle, but even though it is a pretty good scout, it's a very good scout, it isn't super competitive in trials because, you know, lots of people are popping in and out, putting a couple shots in, and you really have to commit with something like a scout rifle a lot of the time. So I ended up swapping it out for the Hawksaw, and I've had a lot of luck with that. Yeah. And then for the heavy round, I use rockets with proximity. I think the gunsmith gave some Suros ones the other day with horseshoes on it.
He gave a Suros one with tracking on it the other day, as far as when this video was recorded.
This might have been.
It was a while back. It was a while back, but yeah.
And so I've been using that because, you know, rockets are just so much better than machine guns, especially in trials.
It's all about killing someone with the least effort possible.
Exactly.
And rockets are definitely in that category. Have you tried using the bolt caster sword?
Like in lots of my regular Crucible games, I do use it just because it's a lot of fun. But I think, which map was it? Exodus Blue. I was playing around with it, and it's not even just the map, it's just I recognized that it wasn't competitive, and I was doing some trials carries, and I realized that I was losing pretty much every round because I just couldn't compete with the
rockets.
Proximity rockets. Yeah.
If the other team is like all machine guns, then hell yeah, use the bolt caster or something. You can block shots.
It's pretty good, actually.
Rockets are king for heavy in trials. I don't think that will ever really change. I think this map could be a hand cannon map, even though hand cannons are not in a fantastic place right now. I think it could still work here.
If you want to use hand cannons, I would try to do some of the close range stuff. So instead of running down that U-shaped hallway on the other side of B, I would stay in B or up top on B and force them to, enter those doorways, or just try to go into areas where you can force kind of closer range engagements, because you're gonna get pretty much torn apart by pulse rifles because they are really strong right now in a lot of engagements on that map. But there are some really close places. You're gonna have to try and bottleneck them into doorways or something like that. The back A area.
Yes.
If you want to play really cheesy, you could go back there and you can kind of hold that area down, and you're going to have a lot of luck as long as you're forcing them through the close doorway and not on the far end, because that's still a long hallway. So, yeah.
What super should people really be aware of on this map? If any of them seem to be a little bit more deadly here than the other ones.
Storm Trance isn't as big of an issue because there's so many low doorways and low hallways.
Corners,
people can't do like the flying, Storm Trance down below. What's it called? Landfall. Yeah. I didn't have any issues with that. Bubble Titans. I mean, you don't have to worry about them. The only ones that I would say killed our team the most would be Golden Gun and Void Bow, just because they're kind of ranged. And if we did have the kind of the sniper lane going, they could jump in and one bang one of us. And then always Sunsinger it's always very strong in trials.
Okay. Yeah. Didn't have many problems with Solar Titans this time around. I mean,
there's lots of nooks and crannies you can run behind, which I like.
One of the key features of this map is the fact that there are so many pathways and corners, and you can use that to your advantage. And that's something that people definitely need to remember here on this map in particular. Is if you hear that hammer go, you can evade it for the entire duration of it.
There's options.
Easily.
There's lots of options.
Yeah. Same thing with Storm Trance as well. You can, because they kind of have to lock onto you for a little bit, and you just keep using corners to your advantage and not going to be able to. Well, awesome. Thanks for the tips. Where can anyone else find you, MTash, if they want to see some of your other stuff?
Well, if you are so inclined to watch some of my PvP tips and gameplays and all that stuff, you can just find me on MTashed. That's my channel. MTASH. I'm not going to give you a spelling lesson.
Yeah, it's linked in the sidebar.
I'm MTashed everywhere. Yeah, I'm MTashed everywhere. Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. So.
I'm going to start doing this from now on for all these trials videos. Get people to come in and we can have a conversation over about a 10-minute period. So thank you guys for listening, and I wish you the best of luck on this map.